All right, look, brother, you are definitely going to fail at trading, 100% guaranteed. If you've just started trading, I can guarantee you that you will fail. But it's completely up to you if you are going to let a failure, whether it be one or many, if that's going to completely prohibit you from ever succeeding at becoming a profitable trader. So I've already failed many times in my trading journey. My first failure, I would call it, I was trading with my own capital. It wasn't a lot of money by any means, but like I threw away at least $1,000, blew the whole $1,000 account, which isn't a lot of money, but it's still a failure whenever you blow an account. I mean, everyone, I'm sure, if you're a trader, you probably experienced that before. But yeah, so that was one of my many failures. And then my next failure was, so in December, I passed my first evaluation. And then, so I spent the whole month basically just practicing disciplined trading and proper execution. And I definitely had a lot of mistakes that I made along the way as well. I still ended up getting funded, and then I blew my Express account in literally 1 week. So that was my second failure. And honestly, that was that was a tough one for me because I had just spent so much time basically focused the month before, and then as soon as I had the ability to get paid, I was like, I just started forcing trades, taking trades that weren't in my plan. You know how it goes. But I'm telling you this today because so I post on TikTok my live sessions, my recaps, and the other day I posted the live session from the trades last Thursday when, if you guys have been keeping up with my YouTube, you know that I failed, or I didn't fail. I was getting rebuild for my evaluation, so I had to basically try to pass an evaluation the same day. So I forced literally 6 trades in a row, and I lost them all in a span of like probably 20 minutes. So the live session is just, it is so painful to watch, to be honest with you. But anyway, I have made the decision that I'm going to be transparent and just post my journey, and hopefully some of you guys can learn from my mistakes. But anyway, so that was, you could consider that one of my failures. That was 2 times last week, the only 2 losing days that I had this month. And it was because I was too focused on trying to pass my funded account. But anyway, that video on TikTok got like 70K, 75K views or something. And I was getting torched in the comments. There was just there was all ranges of people, from people who have traded before who are probably still trading. And then there's definitely people who didn't even know much about trading, that they just saw me basically burn like $2,600 or whatever, like maybe even more than that, in like 20 minutes. And they were probably just like, what the fuck? But anyway, I got a lot of hate comments on that video, which, by the way, I get hate comments on everything I post, but I just take it as a sign of that we are growing and that people are seeing my content more. So, I mean, I'll take some hate comments. I don't care. If you want to get me some more engagement, go ahead, bro. But like what I'm saying is, you're going to fail and you're going to have obstacles in trading, especially. You're probably going to blow an account, probably blow more than one account. And that's pretty much a guarantee, unless you are, I don't even know. The chances that you never blow an account are extremely slim. What I'm saying is, you're going to fail. You're going to have to basically eat punches to the face for a little bit, which I'm still currently eating some punches, as you guys can see. Not to say that we've had a bad month, but that just comes with this game, especially in the beginning, is whenever you're new to the whole thing and you're learning, you're failing, you're getting back up, you're trying things. If you're someone who gives up quickly, this is definitely not something that you're probably ever going to succeed in. Just like, honestly, honestly, just like every other entrepreneurial endeavor, is if you're quick to give up, you're probably not going to succeed in anything except doing what you're told to do by someone else who had to fail a few times first. So that's at least the way I look at it. I mean, it's always funny too, seeing the negative comments that I get, and I'm just like you wonder what the person's like what their life's like that's commenting that, and you're just like, because the way it works is you put negative out, you're gonna get negative back. That's just how this shit works. If you're going to go on a random person's post that you don't know and just start telling them how bad of a trader they are, then like obviously you've dealt with the same, like you've probably been bullied, or like who knows, your parents probably hate you or some shit, or like whatever the case may be, your life probably sucks in some way that's making you do that. Yeah, so those have been the punches that I've been eating to the face lately. I would consider last Monday as a failure. I would consider last Thursday as a failure. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on my YouTube, or you can go to my live sessions on my TikTok and watch what happened on those days. But I mean, I'm just not the type of person to give up on something that I can see. Like I feel like for me, I feel like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And honestly, I personally feel like I'm close to being a profitable trader at the least, just based off all of my data from the last few months and all those things I've learned and how I've developed as a trader. I know you guys have only seen me the last 3 months on YouTube if you're on my TikTok, which last 3 months on YouTube, and then for TikTok I've been posting my recaps and live sessions for the last 2 months. But the amount that I've developed since I've began is definitely, like, I can see it. I can tell you, I've already made videos about it, but I mean, the only time I ever lose trades is whenever I take trades out of my plan, or I force trades, or that's literally it. Like if I trade with my plan and I execute based on confirmations, the chances that I lose a trade are probably less than like 10%. If I am being honest, it's probably around there, which is crazy. But just to see how you fail and see what made you fuck up in the past, and then on top of that, documenting this whole experience on the internet has fully held me accountable to a new degree, which I definitely do pretty well with holding myself accountable without putting everything on the internet. But there's just something about there's something about making the same mistake over and over, and then whenever you have to share it with like the world, who's going to be extremely critical and leave comments like I've discussed in this video, it's going to basically force you, because no one wants to publicly just fuck up over and over, especially if it's the same mistake. It's just held me accountable. I've been a lot more mindful of my execution, and I'm sure if you guys have been following me since the beginning, you probably see that. But yeah, the moral of the story here is that you're gonna fucking fail a few times at least, and if you're the type to fail a few times and then let that determine your outlook, or let that develop your entire bias on the industry or whatever it is, I don't care if it's Amazon FBA, drop shipping, whatever it is, if you are letting a few failures get in the way from becoming successful at whatever you're doing, then I guarantee you that entrepreneurship is definitely not going to be something that you are going to do well at. That's for sure. Yeah, go grab a little job where someone that had to fail a few times before their success is going to tell you what to do, because to be honest, that's just what this world's made up of. The world is made up of people who are going to be perseverant, be resilient, and take failures as learning experience and use them to develop further. And then there's the people who are victims, and they will take a few failures as basically the end all be all for whatever it is that they're trying to do. And like I see that in people in all industries. I mean, that's just life, to be honest with you. You're going to have to fuck up before you succeed. In trading, it's one of those industries where you're guaranteed to fail most likely, because every single decision you make it can either go one way or it can go the other. And I don't know how I can say what I'm currently thinking. But yeah, let me know in the comments, you guys. I want to know your worst failures. My worst failures in trading are definitely blowing my personally funded account, blowing my Top Step funded account, and fucking a few challenges up in front of you guys on the internet, and just certain days that have been awful execution. I mean, yeah, but let me know if you guys have ever fucked some shit up bad before you succeeded. If you're successful, let us know in the comments what problems you had to overcome before you became successful. And with all that, I will catch you guys tomorrow in the next one.